What up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. My name is JT. Today I'm speaking at UCLA, talking about content creation and how I have used my personal brand to give me so many different opportunities in life. This channel is for you guys. There's very minimal editing. I want you guys to just hear me and what I'm up to in my life. So please stick around. Really appreciate you for being here. Let's get into it.
Lost soldier, running through the streets in the ghetto. Lost soldier, running from the police in the ghetto.
I'm posting on Instagram right now. Starting to feel better with Instagram. I got a little bit of a theme going on my page right now with some yellow. So I'm starting to feel a little better with getting the visuals. I've been using CapCut to create visuals for things like green screen. And it's helping me. It's making me feel good about it. Got this little yellow font kit that I created. So I'm feeling good with it right now, but I'm posting a recap of Sony camp and the things that I learned at it. 5 different lessons just to share with you guys. The first lesson that I put is people want to help you. People inherently want to help and connect with you through shared experiences. The more that you're willing to share, the more people are willing to help. Number 2, keep learning. When I was there, they launched this new Sony camera, the ZV-E10 II, and let everyone try it for the week. Everyone was asking questions and getting feedback from each other on all things cameras, and it was awesome to see people really inspired to learn. And a takeaway for me was just keep learning. Like if you want to be the best at your craft and you want to be legit at what you do, keep learning. 3 was have some fun. One of the ways that I think everyone connected at the camp the most was through some of the games that they set up. We did this one game that you guys might have seen in some other of these videos that I posted where we did like a scavenger hunt. That was a mix of shooting content and solving riddles, and it was really fun. And it got people out of their comfort zone and got people to connect with each other in a way that was really fun. And it just segued into like, tell me more about yourself. What are you working on? What do you do? So it was a really easy way for people to get to know each other. Fun is always a great way to get a deeper relationship with new people. Number 4, go to the in real life events. Getting experience with people in real life is invaluable, and it's really hard to replicate that with things online. Even if you're on Zooms with people, Google Meet with people, spending time with them, it's just harder to replicate the energy and the experience that you can have when you're in person with somebody, being able to physically give somebody a high five or shake their hand or give somebody a hug, or even just like feel the person's presence with the way that they carry themselves. And number 5 is push yourself to level up. I have only started filming content on a nice camera about 6 months ago. So going to this camp with a ton of people that have spent, probably some people there have been shooting on nice cameras for 10, 15 years, seeing the way that they actually operate and the way that they look at content and like just take their craft so seriously, made me be like, I want to get better at this. And I have been so adamant about I'm an iPhone creator, and I still do look at myself as I am an iPhone creator, and now it's and a camera creator. I want to push myself to be able to be good with this too. So you might notice that I'm shooting on a different lens today than I have, because this is one that I was trying out for the whole week and that I ended up getting myself. Push yourself to level up. This is me trying to level up. I might even try doing a little bit more of like some different looks of my environment in my content for YouTube, rather than it just being me just sitting and talking. I want to level up in the sense of I want to be able to say that I can do things and then have the option to not do them. So cinematography for me is something that I haven't spent much time doing. I want to actually understand it more and know how to do it, and then choose the things that I actually want to incorporate into my videos. So I'm pushing myself to level up. I would love for you guys to push yourself to level up. And those are 5 things that I learned from the Sony camera camp. All right, I'm in my office. Got my coffee. I got a cinnamon roll. Look at this thing. Taking me back to Cinnabon days. I took down my art that was behind me I kind of want to get one big piece that's colorful, ideally like a photo, like a print of something. I had this like test drive a Macintosh one behind me, which I liked, but I didn't like the frame of it. If you guys have any thoughts, please toss some cool artists in or some cool art that you think might fit the vibe of my room. All right, let's give a little update on the business. So with Creator X, last month we sent out about 25 scopes of work, meaning we got on the call with the brand was interested, and in the call we talk about pricing. So in our first call, I try to cover everything. I don't want to have a brand be interested in what we're doing, but then us send over like a rate sheet or a service fee after, and then them have just like ghost us. So what I try to do is in the first call, I want to walk them through everything, and I want to be very transparent about the pricing, because if they say no, then it's not the right fit, and that's okay, and I can even point you in the right direction because I know who our pricing is for. But I try to talk about it in the first call. What typically happens is we go through the whole thing, we talk about pricing, and the brand says, yeah, that sounds good with us. Send over the contracts and let's get this going. So last month we sent about 20, I think it's somewhere between 22 to 25 contracts out. Meaning we got on the call, the brand was like, we're interested, pricing sounds okay, send it to us. So I'm constantly thinking about like, what is the pricing thing that really works? There is, as some of you may have realized if you're a creator or you're trying to do brand deals, a lot of pricing is really just you coming up with your own way of feeling good about it. If you do a brand deal, there's no you can't Google how much should I be charging because it's so subjective. You go to a 7-Eleven and they sell water bottles for 99 cents. You go to a NFL game, they're selling that same water bottle for $7. The context in the person that you're selling to and the environment that they're in really matters. So you can come up with whatever number you want. So for me, I'm trying to think about, for our specific customer, how do we really give them the most value in a way that is worth it for us, and we can do a really good job with it and feel really good with our work, into where we're actually giving them something that we feel really stoked with. So that's been really cool. The momentum's been awesome. I'm feeling really good about it. I'm definitely feeling like we're solving an insane pain point for companies. And right now I'm just tinkering with like, what's the perfect way for it to really get to the most people and help the most people and be really worthwhile for me and my team. Let's join this meeting.
But never mind, here he is.
The way that I look at the company going over the next couple of years, what we want to push into is we have this very high ticket, very handheld service. I also want to add in different educational products and materials that are lower ticket for both the creators and for companies. So I launched a masterclass around TikTok a year and a half ago. It was like basically a course that you can follow along that's one-time fee. Things like that, a mix of like me actually teaching people live, like cohort based, mixed with some things that are just like one-off downloads that are very cheap and very affordable for anybody to be able to jump into. So I would say like digital products is something that's really intriguing to us. I think in-person events is something that's really intriguing to us. So let me tell you this also, a majority of the companies that call us are CPG, consumer brands. There's a lot of, we're in Los Angeles. There's a lot of like better for you companies that come to us. So just if there's anything that you guys are like, oh yeah, that's like an area that we can really, this is an area we can really help those kind of companies. That's like a big portion of our recruiting is CPG brands. We have no interest in doing anything other than being really good at helping them find a creator for their brand. So like, we do have companies that come to us and are like, hey, we want a creator, but we also are really looking at, do you guys produce content for ads? Do you guys produce bigger production stuff? And that's just like, we're like, no, it's not an interest for us. So I think it's great for us to continually meet people like you and be like, hey, let's actually pass you off to here. We have a great person that can do that. Do you guys manage talent, or you guys just have connections that you guys leverage and make introductions? If we can ever bring opportunities to them for like these roles, if it's something that's of interest for you guys, because it could be helpful for you guys to be like, here's another way that we're helping you find revenue. We don't take anything from the creators. So we just want to like be able to help more creators. If there is people in the roster that you're like, maybe they would have an interest in doing this, I'm happy to like consider them if there's roles that seem like applicable for them. It's something that we're starting to do with agencies. It's time for me to eat lunch. I got some Mediterranean. This is good. I've been eating this so much. All right, let me rip this. Basically, it's chicken and rice, hummus, a little salad, some vegetables. This is what I've been craving with my lunches. And then I have therapy, actual like therapist therapy. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to go to UCLA to go speak. So I'll be leaving in probably like an hour. Take me about 30 minutes to get over there. And then we're going to go show up for some of these kids. Let me enjoy my lunch. I'm heading to UCLA to go speak. I'm excited to go see my buddy from Siegelman Stable, Max. He's the one that told me to come and do this. He texted me last week and was like, hey, there's something that I'm speaking on in a week. Do you have an interest in doing it? And I said, yeah, let's fucking rip it. So I'm heading over there right now. I'm excited to go and talk with high school students, because I think it's a lot of high school students, and just share my knowledge on social media and how people can build a personal brand or a company account and use social to create the life that they want.
Yo, this for all my progressive thinkers.
I'm here with Caroline and with Max, the two leaders behind Siegelman Stable. Max, tell the people how many years I've been on the stable.
Well, I've only existed for 4.
So I'm 4 out of 4. I'm 4 out of 4 here. Okay, wait, I just need to see the sweater. Sick. Love it. The equine therapy was something your dad was doing already for a while.
Yeah, while having a functioning racing stable with like 50 racehorses. But it's like very uncommon to use racehorses that cost anywhere from $5,000 to $5 million to do equine therapy, where like most owners would be like, no, I spent a shit ton of money on this horse. And I was like, they're an athlete, and so you can't use them for other stuff. But his owners were always like very open and willing to do like the right thing.
Let's go, Max.
Give him a round of applause.
Yep.
Max Siegelman!
I want you to make some noise right now, guys. Give it up for JT Barnett.
Let's go. Let's talk about some creative shit.
It's good, bro.
Who in here scrolls on social media every day? Be honest. Put your hands up. Keep your hands up if the platform that you're on the most today is TikTok. Put your hand up if the platform that you're on the most today is Instagram. Put your hand up if the platform that you're on today the most is LinkedIn. Put your hand up if you use Snapchat more than anything I just talked about. It seems like TikTok and Instagram are the two that you guys are spending most time on. Okay, cool. All right, that was helpful.
What advice would you have for someone who wants to be a content creator and grow their following?
I think it's just starting. Like, I remember when I was playing hockey, one of the reasons that I didn't go into it harder was because I was so worried about what other people were gonna think of me posting a video. And it was literally like, as soon as I actually was like, you know what, excuse my language, fuck it, I'm gonna do this. And I like started posting. Once you get over that hurdle and good things start to happen, like you get a message from somebody that's like, yo, I really like this. Or you get a comment, this really helped me. Or you get, in an even better scenario, a brand deal, and now you're actually getting paid for it. When your life starts to change, you start to realize, wait a minute, none of those people's opinions mattered at all. And if I just started even earlier, this probably would have happened even earlier. Yo, if you're worried about what people think on your main account, here's a great little hack. Make a separate account, use a fake username, don't tell anybody about it, start posting content and get really good at posting content on that account. And then when you're legit, go back to your main account and start posting shit really legit and be like, what up, people? I'm fucking here now. That's what you can do. It doesn't have to be public. It doesn't have to be like in front of everybody. Like, I just think getting into the repetitions of actually creating will be really helpful. And I've just seen so many people's lives be changed by expressing the things that are inside of them on social. So I recommend, if that's something you want to do, to really step into it.
How do you differentiate
Every single person in here is so different and so unique in their own way. I know that that's the most fucking cliche shit ever to say, but like for real, the way that you stand out on social media is by leaning more into who you actually are. If you go really deep into the things that you care about, into the things that you want other people to know, you'll naturally be different than the other people, even the people in your same industry. You'll naturally be different than them. To answer your question, the way that you stand out is by being even more of yourself.
So to a brand like yours, for example, how should they present themselves in that DM to be taken seriously?
In your email or in your DM, you want to get right to the point. And what I mean by right to the point is how you can help them. What up? My name's Chase. I have an audience of 17 to 25-year-old guys that are obsessed with sports. We fucking love your product. Would love to make a video about it. Check out my content. It's crushing. Let's work together. Get right to the point how you can help them. It's the same as emails. Get right to the point how you can help them and what you're looking for, and then that's when you get replies.
To know how do you manage a job that isn't set by deadlines?
As an influencer, you have to be very self-managed. So for me, I have my own deadlines that I set for myself. So for me, it's like I want to post 3 videos this week. I put it in my calendar that this video is going live on this day. And then if I don't hit that, I evaluate why didn't that happen. If you have an interest in here of being an entrepreneur, it's the same thing as being a content creator. You have to be, you're the last line of defense. You have to be the person that has the self-control to be like, if this doesn't get done, if I don't do this, this isn't getting done. So I think anybody that's going to step into being a content creator, you also have to know that you are the person that is going to be in charge of executing on what you want.
Can you describe a time where you had to change your business strategy?
I was a professional hockey player who was aspiring to play in the National Hockey League. In my head, I was like, yo, I'm legit. I'm going to make the fucking NHL. The ownership and the coaches did not have that same vision as me. At some point, I had to be real with myself and be like, you know what? This isn't it for me. This isn't going to happen. I also was like, yo, if that actually isn't the thing that's meant for me, there's going to be some shit that's going to be even better than this. And so the way that I pivoted was by trusting that something even better was coming, being real with myself, and then getting to work and being like, if this isn't it, and I'm actually not going to make the NHL, what steps can I take to do something right now that's going to make me better?
What's your stance maybe on
Yeah.
AI and generating content, and what are the benefits or maybe the cons of that?
I think we're still so early. Okay, one more question. Who in here is using something that is AI based every single day? Raise your hand. Okay, so we got a couple, yeah. In terms of content, I think it's gonna be really hard to replicate like the human spirit. And I think that we'll get to a point where you'll be able to distinguish the two between something that was like created using or enhanced by AI and something that was created without using it. But I also will say, like, I think we get really scared of like new technology and it being something that's going to be disastrous. I look at it as like, I think it's always good. I think it's always going to help. If you ever get like a little nervous of technology, go look up this account called Pessimist Archive. It literally is an account that shows you news articles from the past of different pieces of technology that came out that everybody in the world was terrified of, that were getting banned, like literally like bicycles, like books. Like people were terrified of mirrors. So I just think like when new technology comes out, we always end up getting to where we're like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. And like in the content creator world, people are like, AI is gonna replace content creators. I don't think it will. I think it's gonna be a tool that people can really use to enhance their work. And I'm excited to check that out, but it just doesn't worry me.
What brands have you worked with in the past, and are there any you would like to work with in the future?
The brands that I feel like I've been really stoked to work with in terms of like as an influencer, really liked working with Sony. I liked working with CapCut, Notion. A lot of mine are like business and education. Sony, CapCut, Notion, those are like the 3 most recent ones. Brands that I would like to work with in the future. You know, if you guys have ever heard of Siegelman Stable, they're coming out here next. I think now I'm at a point where I'm like, I want to work with brands that I use on a daily basis. So I wear a lot of Nike stuff. Even though I'm in the business realm, I play in business and a little bit in athletics. So I would say I would like to work with some more legacy brands. So I think Nike would be a cool one. Yo, thank you guys. Thank you.